Welcome to Mike, aka Big Mike, aka Ham, aka what else they call me?
Untamed
Optimus.
Gorilla.
What's that?
Untamed Gorilla.
Untamed Gorilla. And I'm here with
Aaron calling from a jail phone.
oh shit.
I'm just kidding.
Now we're
Currently on the west side of Washington.
and I'm on the east side. So we're just two guys grew up north of Seattle, and we got opinions on some things. We just like to bullshit and talk, and we said, hey, why not put it on a podcast?
Absolutely.
So what's going on, man?
Well, I say we dive right into UFC. They made their debut on ESPN this evening. I'm assuming you saw the fights, right?
I caught the ass end of them because, of course, you know, I got to travel, I got shit to do, but I seen the good ones, you know.
I'm assuming you saw Greg Hardy, right?
I did see Greg Hardy. That was pretty fucking crazy, huh?
So Greg Hardy is in the co-main event here. And for people that do not know Greg Hardy was a former NFL player for the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And a couple of years ago, he had an alleged domestic violence.
Alleged.
Beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Alleged.
So,
He was doing cocaine, throwing girls on guns. That's what he was doing.
Apparently, his wife wasn't putting mayo on his sandwiches like Greg Hardy likes it. So he put hands on her and somehow came off clean. Didn't even serve any jail time for that, which I found was kind of crazy.
Do any of the NFL guys serve jail time for that shit?
Seems
like they all get off. OJ killed his wife.
That's not funny to laugh at.
Oh, it's funny to laugh at. Let's just admit it.
OJ's a dumbass. He fucking put himself back in jail for stealing his own memorabilia. So
yeah, who does that?
So big. OJ.
All right.
Okay, anyways, right here to the main card in the co-main, Greg Hardy. So he gets disqualified by throwing an illegal knee to Alan Crowder. And Alan Crowder has not even seen any type of spotlight in the UFC. I was kind of disappointed because it was seemingly it was beginning to be a really good fight up until, because you know the white dude Alan Crowder, you know, he's talking shit, calling Greg Hardy a bitch, and a part of me on the inside, I was like, yeah, whip this motherfucker's ass, you know, because I really don't have any sympathy for women beaters, you know. Whether if he did or didn't, you know, science kind of pointed that you know, he did beat the shit out of his wife. So I was hoping he'd get his ass kicked, and it looks like he was on his way to getting his ass kicked, and up until he threw that illegal knee and got DQ'd.
Yeah, I thought he looked pretty soft. I mean, he got took down by this guy. This guy doesn't have like any ground game apparently, from what I hear. I don't know much about Alan Crowder, but
me neither.
But from what I heard from like my favorite on there announcing that Hardy is a jabroni, or AKA jobber.
I just read this recently as a tweet by a UFC fighter named Dan Hooker. And this is what he said in quote. He says, he knew it was illegal. He wanted a way out. Women beaters are all cowards.
I agree with Dan Hooker on that one.
I do too, because, you know, it seemed like he was getting overwhelmed. You know, he was throwing everything behind his punches. You know, he was looking to end the fight. And he's never made it into the second round before any of his fights. So I think he was just getting kind of gassed out. And also, you know, once that killer instinct, you know, kicks in, he just wanted to go take dude's head off and threw that big-ass knee and almost put him out too. You know, I thought he was done for, but Alan Crowder ends up getting the W in the co-main event, which I thought was disappointing because I thought he was going to rally his way to a victory, but in which he did, but not in the way I thought it would go down. So that was disappointing. Also,
yeah, he did something dumb in the fight. Remember when he went for like the headlock? He had him like in a good position, and then he went for like the guillotine, and then fucking fell down on the ground, and then they're like, "What are you doing?" I was saying the same thing. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?"
I agree because like all he had to do was like basically ride it out. Control his head, tire him out. Then pick him apart from there. But he decided to go for a guillotine. I think it's kind of detrimental because he eventually got up from the guillotine, but ended up catching Greg Hardy's fucking ham hock of a thigh coming right out his dome piece. But also one of my favorite fights on there actually was on the prelims. My homeboy Cowboy Cerrone.
Oh shit! I didn't even get to see that, man.
Oh yeah, well.
It's all good. I'm on the results page anyway, so I'm finding out things I don't know.
Well, if you didn't know, the dude he fought, Alex Hernandez, is a big time prospect. KO power. Young. Has all the parts to be a champion and everything. But Cowboy, he's this is his first fight back at 155, and he comes gets the W, the second round TKO. Like pretty impressive, and afterwards, Conor McGregor called him out via Twitter. So I'm hoping that's a fight that materializes down the road.
That'll be a fun one. Can't wait for that. They'll probably put that on the July card.
I hope so.
Because I could possibly be there.
I hope so for my selfish reasons.
For real, I hear you. So, what'd you think about that hot chick fight? That was pretty awesome.
Oh, the Dime versus the other Dime fight?
Yeah, they actually look really good on the ground.
That was an entertaining fight. Ostovich, I was really impressed by her. She was taking Paige Van Zant down by will. Like Van Zant would get up, and Ostovich would take her right back down. And there's a few good exchanges there on the ground. For people that don't really know grappling, these girls, had their shit together. It was a really entertaining fight, and a part of me was pulling for Ostovich because I want to see a new star in the women's division. Because I felt like Paige Van Zant got her chance too, and really hasn't really succeeded when it comes to the upper echelon of women fighters. So I was hoping Ostovich would win on this grander stage of UFC, being on ESPN. But Van Zant pulling it out with the armbar, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, and was it Ostovich is her name?
Yeah.
Ostovich? Anyway, she was good at getting out of stuff too. Van Zant put her in that heel hook a lot, and she was rolling out of it.
Oh, when they're scissoring each other? Yeah.
The wonderful sight of that. That was great. And then, of course, Ostrovich's ass in her face all night. That was pretty good, too. Not complaining.
Yeah, that's probably the highlight of the fight, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so, too. So, do you guys want to talk about this Gregor Gillespie Yancey Meridos fight?
Man.
I just wanted to mention that who names their kid Yancey?
Oh, Yancey? Yeah.
That
probably
is rough.
Well, imagine growing up with that name.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like you're at a disadvantage already when you go to school. It's like, why name your kid that? But whatever. I mean, to each his own, I guess.
Well, I think, at that point, growing up with it sounds like Nancy. You know, it's basically Nancy with a Y. So when you have like a softer girly name, almost girly name like that, you feel like it's your goal and destiny in life to be something badass and masculine. Because if you're not, people think you're just gonna be some soft dude that has like a some white chick name. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's why his parents named him that. So you're like, you're gonna fucking figure it out, dude. Could have totally done that.
Cool.
Was there anything on the lower cards that was impressive besides the Cerrone fight, or?
Yes, actually, I have a big prospect to look out for. It was the second fight on the ESPN prelims. It was a 205 division. This dude named Alonzo Menafield. And this guy is a former college football player, and he played arena football, and eventually he got tired of playing football and, started doing MMA. But this guy came out and has heavy hands. A little backstory on him. He's fought twice on the Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series, and finally had a big stage to display his skills, and he came out and he starred to do. He came out and got the first round KO to remain undefeated. So that's my big prospect to look out for is Alonzo Menafield, big black brother. You can't miss him.
Nice. I'm gonna have to catch that one. I'm gonna watch that later. It sounds pretty good. He came out and they're just throwing bombs, huh?
Oh yeah, he came out and worked them. So he made him his bitch, and it was really entertaining for me to watch because I like fights like that.
So do I. Fuck all that DC on the ground hugging people.
Yeah, dry humping, all that stuff.
Which was basically that Yancey fight. That guy just dry humped him for 2 rounds. Well, he did catch him at the end, didn't he?
He caught him at the end, but let's say for the most part, it was, one of those kind of boring fights where you just kind of start playing a look on your phone and, update your Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. See what everybody else is doing. The next thing you know, I looked up, Gregor Gillespie was getting his hand raised.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how it went down, yeah.
Yeah, basically. But also, which brings us to the main event.
Oh, that was nice, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Henry Cejudo defended his title against TJ Dillashaw, which he's the 135-pound champion. And what I was telling you before the fight, I was like, well, Henry Cejudo, he could probably win grinding him out in a decision, or Dillashaw and murking him by finishing him. And I remember telling you, I was like, TJ Dillashaw kind of has a soft chin. He's got rocked a few times here and there, and I was like, Henry Cejudo could possibly finish him, but I think it's a kind of a reach for him to do that because he's not really a finisher. But Henry Cejudo comes out in the first round, puts away TJ Dillashaw 53 seconds in the main event, successfully defending his flyweight title in devastating fashion, in which I thought was very impressive, by the way.
Yeah, he definitely did call it.
Yeah. But the shitty part is, I didn't fucking bet tonight, damn it.
For real.
The only night I don't bet, I was like, I have a good feeling about Cejudo, and I would have won big time on taking that other guy against Greg Hardy because I thought dude was gonna win. But
dude, that line was crazy. It was like 600. I don't know
I
was gonna say I don't know what the Cejudo one was, but I'm sure Dillashaw was up a good amount too.
Oh, he was the favorite, big time.
So if you would have took them two, put like, $10 on it, you would have came out pretty good on the back end.
Well, you know how I bet. Usually I do like a lot of parlays, and I was thinking parlay Cejudo, and I believe he was like a minus 225 favorite, or plus 225 favorite, underdog. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
And that Alan Crowder guy against Greg Hardy was like a plus 425 underdog.
Oh, so they lowered it because I looked at like Monday or something. It was like at 600, 650, something like that. I was like, for a guy that like, dude, Greg Hardy's fought 3 fights. I haven't even seen him fight in the UFC. You got him up by 650, 600, 650.
That's a nice thing.
I'm like, I'm taking the other dude.
Oh yeah, the guys that he fought were just a bunch of no-naming guys that just fight like on the local circuit. No disrespect to them, but I think they were just brought in for, Greg Hardy to look good and knock him out, and try to build a star out of Greg Hardy.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's very true.
Also, I would have parlayed that damn Cowboy Cerrone because he was an underdog as well going up against Alex Hernandez.
What? Why? Just because he's old?
What? I don't know. I don't know what Vegas is thinking, but I wish I would have got some of the money. So.
Cerrone's fucking nice, dude.
Yeah. You don't ever sleep on Cerrone, man. The dude's a fucking scrapper.
He is. He's got that devastating knockout power, and then he gets knocked out too. It's like he's a hard guy to bet on or bet against,
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's always pulling it out.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. You're supposed to silence your cell phone.
What's that?
I said I thought you were supposed to silence your cell phone.
I did. Can you talk about something real quick? I'll be right back.
Gotcha. I'll take it over from here. For anybody else listening right now. So, I don't know if some of you guys are hip to Snapchat, right? So, I'm fucking around, dicking around on Snapchat. And, I'm just looking through like UFC stuff, yada yada. It pops up, says, do you know if you're gay? Take the gay test. I was like, what? First off, who would put this on Snapchat? Nothing against gay people in general, and nothing against people that are into closet gay. I have no problem at all. But is it necessary to really post, a story in a section saying, this is by Pink News, by the way, says this test will tell if you're gay. I was like, well, let me take it then, I guess, So, this is how it starts off. It starts off by you pick 4 different options. Okay? It says pick a present. So it gives you 4 options. 1, a cuddly toy. 2, roses. 3, jewelry. 4, chocolate. So what do I pick? I pick roses because that's what I was going to give as a present. Okay? Then it says pick a love song. And Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. True Story by Taylor Swift. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. And My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. And what did I pick? I picked My Heart Will Go On, of course. Who else would... Anybody would pick that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me finish this real quick. Just pick up with me.
All right.
Then the third question asks, pick a quality in someone. And it has 4 different options you can. They're all displayed in emoji faces. Alright? So, 1 is funny. 2nd is passionate. 3rd is caring. 4 is loyal. So what quality I would want in someone? Of course, caring. So I pick caring. Okay? Then it goes calculating results. And it says, yes, you are gay. Then also on the bottom, though, in a note, it says, you might find the one. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, Snapchat, you done fucked up again. And I'm 1 step closer to deleting this app. Because you know why? I don't like being told I'm gay when I know I'm not gay. So basically, Mike, is what I was getting to. On Snapchat, you know, you can look at different stories and news feeds and everything.
Uh-huh.
Basically, what this was, it says, click here to click the test to see if you're gay. I was like, huh, okay. You kind of got you piqued my curiosity here. So, and also, I left out one of the questions. It says, what would you pick for your ideal date? A cinema, basically movie, ice skating, a theme park, or dinner. I picked dinner. So I answer all these questions, and they sum it up to say if you're gay and if you're not gay, according to whatever answers you select. And I picked one of the ones that happened to be all gay, apparently, the Snapchat. So at the end of it, tells me I'm gay.
Fantastic. Sounds like great times.
So that's what I did in my spare time earlier today.
Nice. Yeah, I just slept with my spare time. So yeah, this is kind of what we do. We talk about we like UFC, of course. As you can see, we like WWE wrestling. We comment on that a little bit. We also comment on some conspiracy type stuff. We go deep sometimes.
As I like to say, just researching true facts.
Right, reality checks
Exactly.
and seeing what was really going on, like cum coffins and drinking baby blood.
That's later in a few episodes later.
Right, we'll definitely dive into that. Because who doesn't like cum coffins? I mean, you know.
I mean, depends on who I'm doing it to. Am I doing it to, like, Kris Jenner?
Sure, yeah. Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Well, the reason I say that because all these stories I hear about these secret societies doing these cup coffins, it's always surrounding the Kardashians.
Damn, they love the cum coffins or what?
And oh yeah, look at them. They're not, all of a sudden, all the sisters are spitting out kids now these days. You know they're down for cup coffins. You know, every other week.
Yeah, they definitely eat the Illuminati dookie, them guys. You know,
they claim they don't. They claim they're Christians and everything, but yet,
yeah, right.
You know, they flash all the triangle, all seeing eye, and wearing all these Baphomet bracelets. You know, it's like, come on, get real. You know, you ain't fooling anybody. You know.
Yeah, we'll dive into like Hollywood and what's going on there. We'll dive into all kinds of stuff. You know, pretty open book. If you guys like, Rogan or Theo Vaughn, these comedians, Sam Tripoli, the type of guys that got podcasts. It's kind of along those same lines of the stuff we're going to talk about. But we're going to kind of go on the lines of being more like Rogan and just going on the fly and just bullshitting about stuff, That's really where we want to go with it.
You want to dive into that real quick?
Sure, let's do it. Yeah.
There's this group in Sweden, right? So they, for a couple years now, I believe, from what I just read, they are having their employees get a chip in their right hand to purchase, buy, etc., unlock doors, whatever, log into your computers. So apparently, they started doing this recently in Arkansas, and there's a possible bill to be passed in Arkansas to have chips planted in employees' right hand in the work area. And it's not mandatory, it is optional. But if you're from the Christian belief, people foresee this as taking the mark of the beast. But here's the thing, right? The guy this douchebag that's pushing this possible bill, State Representative Steve Meeks, all right, he's all about having everybody get a chip in the right hand. He's like, yeah, it's the hottest thing since sliced bread. You can buy shit, you can trade shit, you can open up your door, and you don't have to worry about identity theft. So then a reporter asks, like, well, so Mr. Meeks, do you ever plan on getting this chip in your right hand? And he says, absolutely not.
He's all saying it's cool and stuff, and then he's like, I'm not getting it. Fuck that.
Exactly. I was like, well, if it's so great and fine and dandy, why the fuck are you pushing it so hard, brother?
Yeah, they don't make no sense.
Exactly. So that kind of grinded my gears reading that, because, like, I don't know about you, dude, and I just started, like, making this, like, a thing, like a movement, where you want to put a chip in your right hand, in your forehead, in your asshole, wherever you want to put it at. I am not putting any type of chip in my body.
Well, you know what? They eventually want to go to like a moneyless system. You know, where you get chips in your hand. You have to do everything through it. You pay. You know, you got like basically a bank account. Then you run your RFID. It's RFID chip. They want you to run it on you know, when you make purchases and stuff, and then it just takes money out of your bank. That's where they want to go with this whole thing. The United States, everybody wants to do it. The thing is besides the fact that it might be the mark of the beast, they have all your stuff on a computer. If they want to exile you, cut you off, then they just fucking hit delete, and you're gone. You're like that fucking white dude that became a bum in that Eddie Murphy movie, and the black guy come up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who wants that? You know? I'd rather have a money system. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. And I can like kind of like, you know, kind of wonder and speculate, you know, how they're gonna deliver this to the public, you know, and I can already see, you know, like basically what he's saying. Like, you don't have to worry about identity theft. You'll save yourself. I actually saw this. They said you'll save yourself 10 to 15 seconds purchasing snacks out of a vending machine. It's just like, who gives a fuck, you know? I'll take the extra 15 seconds to put my money in and buy me a Snickers bar. You know?
Well, I hear you. For sure.
I think it's kind of ridiculous and makes you kind of wonder what direction, you know, this world and this nation is heading to, you know?
Well, you know, it's all about that total control. They want the one world government, and you know, that's a deeper story than we got time to go into, but that is that's what they want to do, you know, and they are well on their way to getting there. As dark as this world's getting every day. So
absolutely, I definitely agree. What?
I gotta take a piss break real quick. You got something else for him real quick while I do that?
Yeah, let me take the mic, yo.
All right, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So to everybody listening, I have another story for you. I just recently read this via Google. So it says, here's the story. This 18-year-old female crashes her car while taking female Viagra. So this lady took female Viagra, crashed into her building while masturbating to her gear shift. So, just picture that. Bear with me here. So a woman in Bowling Green, Kentucky, a Kentucky woman who has crashed her parents' vehicle into the house of a citizen Warren County admitted she was under the influence of alcohol, ecstasy, and counterfeit female Viagra. Oh, what comes to mind here is where can I get this stuff? Because I'm trying to get lit as much as she is. So it says, this lady in Kentucky, whose name is not to be disclosed by authorities, told officials she had lost control of the parked vehicle after she had an uncontrollably urge to masturbate. According to the official Bowling Green Police Department, the young woman allegedly lost control of the parked vehicle after inserting the gear shaft inside her. The young woman allegedly lost control of the parked vehicle. Inserting the gear shift into her vagina, in which she described herself as an ultimate attempt to stop being horny. So, end quote. It seems apparent to the intake of alcohol and drugs responsible for this to be extremely sexually aroused and partake in sexual intercourse with the gear shift and lose control of the vehicle, Deputy Sheriff John Maloney told reporters. And somebody at the party says, I should have not allowed her to leave the party in that state of mind, but she kept rubbing her genitals all over the doorknob. she was totally out of control. One friend of hers says, that's what she told a reporter by phone. And it says the lady who had indulged several drugs and alcohol at a local party the night of the accident, told by a number of people to leave after she was acting like, end quote, a cat in heat, and, end quote, rubbing her ass on the floor. So, I'll do a little catch-up here real quick for you, Mike.
All right.
Basically, there's a story here in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Oh, God.
There was this young lady. She ended up crashing into a building while masturbating to a gear shift while on female Viagra. And a part of that headline is a young lady in Bowling Green, Kentucky, was in Warren County. She was under the influence of alcohol, ecstasy, and counterfeit female Viagra.
Damn.
So, yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
She's having a good time.
That's the kind of party I want to be at.
Right.
Rubbing on doorknobs. So, and basically what I said was, one of the friends said, I should have never allowed her to leave the party in that state of mind. She kept rubbing her genitals on every doorknob. She was totally out of control. So, in result, the young woman who was brought to a Bowling Green Medical Center for medical attention early in the morning showed no sign of health complications, said the doctors. Under Kentucky state law, the lady's driver's license will be revoked until a mandatory alcohol and drug treatment will be settled.
You know, and the funny thing is when you hear the story, you're like, man, you think in your mind, you're like, this is a hot chick. Hopefully it's a hot chick, right? But then, you know, in reality, it's Kentucky, you know? And she's probably, you know, 250. And
easily.
Just sloppy, pale white lady, you know, just getting down on the gear shift in the car, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's what's going on. It's not some hot chick, you know what I mean? We're thinking, oh, maybe it's a hot chick or whatever. No, it's Kentucky, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, for one, okay, if somebody's at a party, right, she's under the influence of alcohol, ecstasy, and counterfeit Viagra, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she was hot, you would think, okay, she's all hot and bothered. She's rubbing herself on doorknobs. She's rubbing her monkey all across my rug. you think one of those guys is like, hey, I'm with the shit myself. How about me and you? We go get it in.
Right.
But according to the story, everybody kicked her out. They're like, no, you got to go. So I think that kind of says a little bit right there. Unless people are really just turned off by, you know, her rubbing herself all over the floor and tailpipes and gear shifts and everything.
At a party, if she's hot, some dude's gonna hit that. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
It doesn't. It's not gonna turn them off. That's for sure. You know.
And also another thing that sticks out, it's like, I didn't even know there was a such thing as counterfeit Viagra.
That sounds like dick pills. That sounds like John Jones dick pills. You know what I mean?
Juice to the gills.
Yeah. That's not. That's what it is. It's like some fucking thing you bought at like Circle K. You know, over the counter. You're like, I gotta get it hard. I gotta get my dick hard. You know.
Yeah, Rhino 12, son. That'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about these? Huh?
I was gonna say they got that Rhino 12, 11, and 7.
So
They skipped 8, 9, and 10 for some reason. I don't know why.
So I'm assuming 12's like extra strength.
I guess so. I know I took 12 one time, and I was just super lightheaded the whole time.
Yeah, fuck that. That's not fun.
Yeah. That's what it said. That was the last time I did that.
So what do you think about these football games tomorrow? Like, I really don't care because I mean my team is out. It's just a bunch of like, I don't know. I don't feel too strongly about this season in general, or probably the last 3 seasons in general. But yeah, what do you think about them? I guess we'll pull it out and talk about it a little bit. I mean, I love football, but we can go into it another time about how it's going, the state of it. But what do you got?
Well, I'd say for this weekend, well, tomorrow, Sunday, the NFC Championship game. Is it being held in New Orleans or is it LA?
We'll see. I think, yeah, New Orleans got the home field advantage throughout.
Okay. They first played each other. I know it was a close game, and well, it was kind of close. It was one of those Madden shootout games, right, up until the fourth quarter, until Drew Brees came out and clacked that ass.
Yeah.
And ended up getting the victory. It's really hard to beat New Orleans down in their home stadium. So, part of me is pulling for New Orleans. I think they possibly get it done, maybe within single digits. I think it's going to be one of those Madden shootout games again, where it's a high-scoring game until one or the other ends up pulling out the victory.
Yeah, I think I hate these teams. I think the Rams. I'm kind of hoping for the Rams. I know it's weird to say, but I hate
like my brother.
I hate New Orleans fans. So I mean, I really don't know any LA Ram fans. I don't really even think they. Your brother, get the fuck out of here. He goes for whoever is hot, you know. Good bandwagoner from Anyways, yeah, I don't really know much Ram fan. I don't even think they have any. I mean, look at their stadium when they have a home game. It's basically a home game for the other team, but yeah, I just can't stand Saints fans. So I kind of want the Rams to win. And then, what do you feel about the other one, Chiefs and Patriots again?
Well, I feel like all the other 49 states feel. 48. I think the only fucking states going for the Patriots is probably the state of Maine and the state of Massachusetts. Other than that, maybe everybody else, I think everybody's pulling for Kansas City. I think they want to see a new team in the Super Bowl. They want to see, basically Kansas City get it done, because I think people are just exhausted seeing Tom Brady, that whole spiel, and winning Super Bowl, the controversy surrounding them with the Deflategate, paying off the refs, spying on practices.
Oh yeah, they definitely cheat, for sure.
Yeah, so that's kind of sketchy there. So, I mean, in reality, who wants to, root for a cheating team, or they're probably not cheating now, they probably are, but, history shows that they have cheated before, so who wants to root for cheaters?
True story. I mean, I like Kansas City just because they're a new raw team. Actually, I hope they win the whole thing. I like Patrick Mahomes. I think he's a good quarterback. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I see a lot of Russell Wilson in him. He has the capability of being more than Russell Wilson, actually. He just got to win the big ones, and he's got an opportunity this weekend to get to the Super Bowl. And I think if Kansas City does win, I think they'll win the whole thing. I kind of feel like Kansas City is going to get a big lead, and then Tom Brady's going to come back. And then it's kind of like if the defense can hold off the Tom Brady comeback, they'll be good. But if they can't, then he might sneak into the playoff or the Super Bowl again. We'll have to watch two shitty teams again in the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping, for my sake, for my selfish reasons, to actually watch the Super Bowl, that Kansas City makes it.
Yes, absolutely. I could really care less about the Rams and Saints, but I just really want Kansas City to get the W.
Yes.
All right, Mike, I need you to take over for about 1 minute. I need a bathroom break.
Alrighty. What do we got going on here? Let's see. Oh, the Pacquiao fight. I caught the end of that. I don't know who this Broner guy is. I've heard of him before. I'm not big into boxing lately. I used to be when I was a kid, with the Tyson era, of course, He'd be a great guy to interview. I saw that Rogan just interviewed him, but he seems like a cool cat. But yeah, Pacquiao fought this Broner guy. Broner guy's talking mad shit, and then Pacquiao just came out, did his thing, beat him like every round, right? So this dude Broner, right? After the fight, he's like, I outboxed him, So then they announced who the winner is at the end. Of course, everybody knows who the winner is. I mean, if you watch the fight, you're just like, oh, that he just whooped his ass the whole time. I feel like he won every round except for maybe one was questionable. They made it a little closer than that, but I mean, it still was an unanimous decision by all the scorers, And yeah, he just took it to him, man. And then the guy flipped out at the end. I didn't get to catch it, but I guess he was like, I won that fight. You're cheating, blah blah blah. I came out here and did this for Cincinnati or some shit. So yeah, that fight was it's a boxing fight. Pacquiao's entertaining because he goes in and he attacks. He doesn't really sit back like fucking Money Floyd and do counter punches and shit. That's what that dude tried to do in the fight, and he got his ass beat.
Oh yeah, he got dealt with.
So maybe it was just for Pacquiao to, fight a counter fighter. I heard that Mayweather and Pacquiao might fight again. I mean, there's a lot of money in boxing, obviously, so wouldn't be a bad idea for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the more logical fight to make. There's not really other stars right now in boxing besides Canelo and maybe Triple G around that weight division. But as far as boxing, it's just like it got swallowed up a long time ago by MMA and UFC,
Yeah. Although I did enjoy the Wilder Tyson Fury fight.
Yes,
That shit was
fight was by far one of the best boxing fights I've seen, and God knows how long.
right. It made me kind of like, oh, Pacquiao's on. I'm gonna watch him. You know what I mean? It kind of opened it up a little bit to me. I was pissed off at the ending of that fight, but that's what boxing does. They do draws so they can fight, again for more money, and that's what sucks about boxing is that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's dirty. At times it's fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, just take a look at that Triple G and Canelo fight. The first one, Triple G worked Canelo, and Canelo's one of the top guys since Mayweather taking on his retirement / hiatus, whatever he's doing. So they put stock into Canelo, and I think Brandon Schaub called us before the fight. They said, well, there's no way Triple G wins this fight. It's either Canelo wins or some type of shady business is going to happen. And he called it probably within a week before the fight. So Triple G goes out and handles Canelo. And guess what happens?
What?
He goes to a draw.
Of course. That's
Triple
boxing,
G
dude.
wins 9 of 12 rounds decisively. And it goes to a draw somehow. I don't see how that works.
That's crazy, man. Just to make more money.
Yeah, just to make more money. And not just that, but not to basically make one of your top stars look bad because you lost the fight.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Hence is why I'm not really a boxing fan.
Right. Yeah, I've been off of it for a while. I mean, I like fighting in general, I like seeing two people fight on the street, but you know what I mean? So
it's one of the most appealing things to watch, I think, sometimes, when two people are fighting, you can't help but to not look at it,
Yeah.
It's one of the most intriguing sports, that's going on today, I mean, not everybody loves soccer, even though it's, the world sport or whatever they call it. Not everybody likes baseball, not everybody likes football, et cetera. But I think once you see people fighting, you just can't help but look,
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's great to see.
At times it's entertaining, and at times it's kind of boring watching two guys, roll around. And some people don't understand, some people do understand, but a lot of times it's, entertaining to watch, I'd say.
Yeah. So what do you think about this, speaking of sports and stuff, what do you think about this baseball season coming up? Our team's going to suck ass.
I cannot wait because, well, first off, the Seahawks didn't advance that far in the playoffs, so, personally, it kind of chaps my ass. So, hence is why I don't really want to fucking watch football. I care less about watching it, but I'll watch it because a part of me likes football. But, yes, the baseball season, of course, yes, I cannot wait. Going to it live, I remember I was talking with you a while back, like, going to a live baseball game, I feel like I'm more intrigued by what's going on, opposed to watching it on TV. Because at TV, when I watch it, I feel at times I can get distracted, possibly not sure what's going on. But when I'm there at the game, and I can see all the players, I can see the big giant scoreboard, I see everything happen. I feel more, my attention span is more, longer. I don't have the attention span of a goldfish, when I watch it on TV. Or like how I do when I watch it on TV. So, but as far as the Mariners, they released a few players or traded away. I think we got rid of our closer. What's his name? Garcia or something? Diaz?
Diaz, yeah. Asuka!
Asuka. And he was actually pretty dope, when I watch him play, and, he'd shut people down and Mariners would get the victory, and I don't see why they would get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm super
Unless they have a
disappointed in that one because he was the saves leader last year, dude, in the whole MLB.
Yeah.
And he throws 100.
Yeah.
How do you get rid of a guy who throws 100 miles an hour?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got rid of Robbie. They got rid of Segura. They got rid of like half the team, dude.
Boomstick?
Boomstick's gone. He went to Minnesota.
Oh, God. I thought Seattle, the Mariners, I thought we're like in a mode where we want to keep our good players because eventually we want to be a playoff potential team,
No, dude, they were in that mode, and then they're like, well, we don't have pitching, so we're getting out of this mode. Let's sell them all off and get fucking prospects. So that's what they did.
Okay.
Now we're looking at the bottom of the league, 100 losses, that kind of thing.
Oh, so just another year then.
Right.
Okay, well, my tail is just a wagon for this season, I guess.
It's rough to be the Cleveland Browns of baseball. I'll tell you that. Be a fan of them.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll still go there and support them. It's cool. It's fun to go to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what? The more they lose, the cheaper the tickets are.
I hope so. That's what I'm rooting for. If I'm going to go to the game where they suck ass, I'm not paying a bunch of money. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What do you think about these? So did you? I mentioned this to you a while back, but did you look into those football leagues that I was talking about? They got 2 of them coming out.
Oh, the XFL?
Yeah, one's XFL, and then one's the Players League.
Players League.
Yeah, it's got like...
Is that tied with NFL, or is it its own separate thing?
It's its own separate thing. And it's like backed by NFL players like Jeff Garcia is one of the guys. I think T.O. is one of the guys.
Really?
Yeah, and they're kind of putting it like... We're going back to old school football. There's a whole thing on it, They have a video that plays like what their intentions are and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So are they trying to build like a whole new separate NFL league, but with like more limited teams per city? And is it going to be the same format as NFL, or is it going to be like an arena football league?
From what I understand, they're going to be like a normal football league, like NFL rules, but they're going to like not enforce, all the penalty shit that they got going on with the NFL. Everything that's wrong with the NFL, they're going to try to take out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
They got a team that's coming to Portland.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. It's pretty cool. I think I'm going to get some tickets and get my ass down there and check it out.
Go check out Rip City.
Right, exactly, yeah. I think they're called,
No, this is the first I've heard of this league, actually.
I told you about it.
Well, it's probably one of those nights, where I fucking fall asleep early, where I'm like, it's like 7:30 at night. I'm like, oh, it's my bedtime. Time to go to bed. You listen to your voice because I'm half asleep. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
But I do remember XFL. We did talk about XFL because Seattle will be getting an XFL team right here in the year 2020.
Yeah, right. I heard that too.
That's going to be awesome. I think with Seattle, during the off season, I believe XFL starts once NFL is over, the NFL season. So it kind of keeps football going throughout the whole duration of the calendar year, in which, I feel it's really awesome as being a football fan.
Me too. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's called the Freedom Football League. It's got what was that running back that the Saints spent all their draft picks on?
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams is part of it too.
Hey, I just saw that guy about a month ago down here, right off the freeway. He was begging for money. I tried to give him a couple ones. He's like, "Nah, brother, I want $5." I was like, "Damn, homie, get up out of here, then scrub." Ask for $5. Get out of here.
That's crazy. You think they take what they get, you know?
Oh, some bums are very rude. I ended up leaving this Chinese restaurant, right? Just waxed a bunch of food. And there was so much left over, and it's basically a full Panda Express type, little to-go thing. And there's this guy outside immediately. He's like, "Hey, can you spare some money for some food?" I was like, "Oh, hey, here you go, man. This little container is full. Go have at it, brother." And he's like, "No, I don't like leftovers. I want a real full meal." I was like, "Bitch, get the fuck out of here, then." I just wanted to.
Picky bums, man.
Bum's neck.
Only in Seattle.
I was afraid to get fucking hepatitis if I even touched this guy. So I was like, okay. So I just turned my shoulder to him, like, whatever then.
At least they're not out there shitting on the street like in San Francisco.
Oh, they shit out here.
Oh, do they?
Shit out here, man. No, I saw this video roughly last summer, I'd say, and it was in Everett, and I believe it was near Casino Road. And there was this bus stop, right? And this bum decides he can't walk into the store nearby, so he decides to lean up against this skinny ass tree with no limbs or leaves. So he's not getting any type of privacy. He's just doing that in the open. He didn't give a fuck. He's like YOLO. So he pulls his pants down, right? Pulls his pants down, squats down a little bit, starts taking a shit right there while this dude is recording and posting it all over social media. He's like, "You're fucking disgusting, dude. You don't even have the decency to walk into that store and go take a shit." As you're seeing it, the bum, looking like Nick Nolte all dirty, just stares at him. "Fuck you."
Dude, I was in San Francisco. I was like on Skid Row, dude. Like all the hobos are down there, right? And we walk out of this place, and like we're walking down the street, right? And this black chick, she just like pulls her pants down and yells something. She's like, "Ah!" And then fucking just shit right on the street. Then pulled her pants back up and ran. Like, and started yelling and shit.
Without even wiping?
No wipe. It was just about a 8-second shit. Just turds laying on the ground. Got up and ran off, pulled her pants up.
Oh yeah, she had to go catch a bus. It sounds like.
Huh?
She had to go catch a bus. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, probably. It was stank ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you run the risk of getting itchy ass. You know you have to go do something important.
Right. Mud butt. So this football league, I don't know, we won't get banned from YouTube for playing a video on a website, right?
Fuck, I don't even know.
I don't know the rules either.
I did not read the YouTube rules, by the way.
Yeah, me neither. Well, let's do it anyways. I think it's like a 2-minute video. Maybe? Let's check it out here.
Run it.
All right.
Hi, my name is Carlos Meeks.
My name is Jeff Garcia. My name is JJ Lasley.
I'm Ricky Williams, and I'm really excited to announce the launch of a new football league. It's called the Freedom Football League.
Freedom.
The Freedom Football League is a spring football league created by 50 former NFL players.
And we call it the Freedom Football League because we want to eliminate all of the social barriers and economic barriers that we see in professional sports.
I believe what makes this league, the Freedom Football League, different from other leagues out there is that really from an ownership standpoint, you're giving everybody a chance to be a part of the process. Players, coaches, management, fans, they could all be owners of franchises. And I think that's something that creates a loyalty, creates a fan experience that is different. And it's something that they'll never have anywhere else.
Everybody unified for one goal. It's a win-win-win across the board.
We're definitely going to be a player-centric league, and want to help our players develop not only in the game but beyond the game. You know, taking care of our players, their health and their wellness, their education, their careers away from the game.
This gives them a platform to really take off and be successful in life after.
We're in a position to be leaders, to initiate social change. And for too many years,
He
we've
still
been
looks like a
silenced.
hobo.
And one of the main tenets of the Freedom Football League is to allow players to have a voice. Why do we have to go to the old white guys in order to change things? Can we empower ourselves and see what power we have to actually change things? We feel with Freedom Football League that it's more than just a league. It's a movement.
The Freedom Football League is called a movement because of how they really want to be at the forefront of social justice.
If you look at professional sports in general, they don't necessarily, the ownership doesn't necessarily reflect the people who are on the field. We want to even the scales on that, so to speak, is to have a league that embraces that and actually addresses all the systemic racism that we have in this country. I mean, it's there. I'm not saying that we hate the country, we just need to tweak a few things. I think it's awesome to be the ones who are starting that.
I think the socio and economic change that we're going to make as a football league is going to spread itself through many other sports.
This is not a secondary league. This is something that we want to really be of top caliber and something that really gets the fans involved.
We believe we're creating something special. We feel like we're creating something that'll take us into the future. And if you can get a community and a group to bond on that, you can go into the future together.
That's it, man. You got me hyped. I'm ready.
Yeah, I like the intro at the beginning. I don't know who it was. It almost sounded like you. He's all freedom.
Oh no, that was me. Yeah.
I was like, I can just picture you saying freedom and like putting your thumb up. Well, you know, that sounds pretty cool. You know, it's the more the merrier with football. It's just a matter of maintaining and like surviving. You know, it depends on what time of year that they decide to start this league.
Supposed to start in March.
In this coming March?
Yeah.
Oh. So that makes me wonder what type of players are they drafting? Are they getting free agents from the NFL? Are they getting Canadian football players? Are they getting arena football players? Or I think I just said that. You know.
Probably.
Football players.
Probably a lot, like all the above. You know, take like the back of rosters on the NFL, and then I mean, think about it. If you're in the NFL, right, you're not getting paid that much money. You're not playing. You're like a backup or whatever. Why not go to a league where you can start? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my boy Toby Gerhart. Hopefully he can get a starting job over that Freedom Football League.
Maybe so. Who knows?
Well, I hope so. I sure hope so.
You can rock the Toby Gerhart jersey.
Yes, I would. Bet your sweet ass I would. When he played for Minnesota and he backed up Adrian Peterson and him going to Jacksonville, I thought he was going to be the next breakout, you know, running back, you know. Then he goes down there, you know, I was so hyped on this guy. I got his ass in the second round of fantasy football.
I know you were hyped about him. You've been talking about that dude. You're still talking about that dude.
Exactly. Fucking 3 years later, I'm talking about this guy.
Or you were all hyped about Alfred Morris too for a while.
Dude, that's my security player to pick up right there, Freddie Morris. For some fucking reason, he gets to start, but he gets like 18 yards a game. So he totally shits the bed on me. So I think I'm over that one.
Yeah, you're not gonna pick him next year.
Probably on the bench.
I don't even know who he plays for.
The 49ers, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good. Push.
Yeah. They got a few cats down there in San Fran.
Yeah, we'll see how they do next year.
I think they'll do fairly good.
You think so? I think their roster sucks ass. I think they like even with Jimmy G there. I think they're like 8-8.
Yeah. Well, that Matt Breida cat, when Jimmy G went down, he did fairly well. He did pretty decent, you know.
Yeah. Well, they got what's his name? He blew his ACL out though. That running back from Minnesota that was up there.
Oh,
McKinnon.
McKinnon, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They signed him to a big ass contract, so I'm sure he'll be the starter next year. They'll just share time with Breida back and forth. But I mean, their defense sucks. Their secondary is terrible. You know.
Oh yeah, they got Richard Sherman. Of course, their secondary is terrible.
They got a 32-year-old corner. Good luck. There's no way the Rams can keep all their dudes, dude. Like they're stacked. Like
Yeah, hold on. Okay, my bad. I had to take mute for a second.
oh, okay.
But yeah, the Rams, yeah, there's so many, that team is so deep on talent. I don't see how they're going to be able to maintain and keep all those players. You know what I mean?
They're not going to be able to. You got to start paying these dudes in the next couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. They're just loaded on defense. I mean, that front three on defense, you got, the Dominican Fowler and McDonald, right?
Yeah, and the thing is like they're terrible though, defensively. Like how do you have all those guys and your defense sucks?
Yeah, they have glimpses of being good. Then at times, they give up a lot of points.
Yeah.
It's kind of hit and miss. It's kind of like this whole fucking season once you kind of look at it. I mean, look at how many games, right, where it was like 42 to like 38 or 51 to 45. You know what I mean? This is big old Madden sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's not even talk about it. It grinds my gears.
I know it makes my forehead sweat a little bit.
I'm just like, where is football going?
I know, it's so confusing and it's kind of misleading at times if you play fantasy or you bet. And it's just irritating all around at the time.
Dude, it's not getting any better either. I'll tell you, because I've been to high school football games, and they run spread and they don't huddle, and it's all about throwing the ball to skill players. They have one running back. It's just like it's terrible to watch, and it's at every school, at least over here. And I'm just like, oh my God. So we're getting all these like soft, New Orleans Saint type teams where they just throw the fucking ball all the time and run it every once in a while to the backup just to mix it, or the running back just to mix it up. That's not gonna be fun to watch, dude. I'm gonna be like, fuck this. I'm gonna go watch baseball or something.
Yeah, I'd be bored to tears just watching that.
Yeah, it's going that way, dude. It's gonna be really soft soon, and they've made all the rules to make it soft also. So it's like, what do you do?
Well, I think that's where the resurgence of the XFL comes in, brother.
I know. What a perfect time for football leagues to start up. That's why I'm excited about even this new one and the XFL coming and stuff. It's like you need some competition.
Oh yeah,
You,
definitely.
you know, it's just like that
Yeah.
that wrestling. You know, like with the wrestling league, Cody Rhodes started.
Oh, the All Elite Wrestling.
Right, all elite. Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome because it just gives them more competition, and you already know they already have like a fan base that's good
Oh yeah,
enough to fill arenas.
they got a really big fan base. I mean, they got their own YouTube channel, and just the independent wrestling, aside from the mainstream WWE, is like they sell more. They're the number one seller in merchandise in general for wrestling. You know, they outbeat WWE. You know,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so they do have a very large, wide fan base globally, and I think it's going to be. I think it'll be really cool because it gives you, you know, another option to watch. You know, and also if there's competition, I'd say, if there's competition, that brings out the best of, you know, both sides of the promotion. So, you know, certain fans can get, you know, a good product they'll really like and appreciate, no matter which one they choose to watch, or if they watch both, you know.
Yeah, and they got one of the most important things that you need, money. I think that dude that
Yeah.
owns the or you know is invested in that thing. What are they called? Elite Wrestling?
They're called All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite
And
Wrestling.
they're in cahoots with, was it the owner's son of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Is that what it is? It's his son?
It's his son. Yeah, his son's. I heard is a big wrestling fan himself. So, and I forget his name. I think his last name is Khan. It's like something Khan, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, the guy that does that owns the Jaguars, his name's Shad Khan, I think.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, yeah. So yeah, he's a multi-billionaire. He's richer than Vince.
Oh damn, son.
Yeah, he's got that oil money, you know.
Damn, deep pockets.
Yep. So, I mean, they got that money. They got the I don't know how far the kids invested. Hopefully, hardcore, you know. And I really think that their style of wrestling, what they do in New Japan and in Ring of Honor and stuff like that, if they incorporate just good wrestling with like, you know, storylines based off of that, I think that they'll destroy WWE because WWE has lost its way. So it's good to have some competition to compete with
Yeah,
them.
I think so as well. Because like you look at like the product of WWE, it's just like one big drama show,
Hmm.
and it's just kind of bland and raunchy, and it's just like me myself. You know, you know me. We grew up on wrestling. And watching it now, at times, it's like I can't even finish this whole episode if I wanted to. You know,
I know.
it's just like they got. It's just like they got. You know, their show is on Groundhog Day on a weekly basis. You know, it's just like, okay, now I'm just like really bored. Now I just lose interest, you know. So, but I know with these other indie wrestling promotions, such as, you know, All Elite Wrestling coming up, they're more, you know, their promotion is more dictated towards like the art and choreograph of wrestling, and it make it exciting to watch, actually, you know. So that's what personally I'm a fan of. So that's why I for them to start up this company.
No, it'll definitely be a good change. I think everything. I think the world, you know, everything needs competition. You know, to keep it driving, to keep the other thing in check it's in competition with. You know, make it put out a
Yeah.
better product. You know, just in general, everything. Walmart needs competition. You know.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, you just become complacent, I think, and possibly lazy at times. You know.
It's like our youth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have that job or that problem with mine because he's super competitive. But you know, with certain kids, it's like pulling teeth, man, to get them to be competitive and want to you know, work hard and achieve things. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah, it's hard to ingrain work ethic into somebody really young, you know.
Nowadays, yeah, big time. It seemed like it was easier back in the day when we were kids.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, because, you know, it's either, you know, well, at least for me, it's either, you know, find a way to, like, work your ass off or, you know, don't be such a soft little pansy, otherwise this world will eat you up, you know.
True story. For real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what else you got on tap for me?
I mean, we can end it there if you want. Unless you got something else to talk about real quick. But
Well, I think we can send it home, brother.
all right. This includes
But I do have this for you. I do have this one last bit for you.
Okay.
What did the Mexican say when the house fell on him?
I know this, but I'll go ahead and let you do the punchline. What did he say?
Get off me, Holmes.
Stupid. All right, sweet. So that concludes our first podcast. Rough. The equipment didn't work that great. We tried to get other things working and rolling and stuff, but it decided not to work that way with us. But yeah, this is kind of what we're going at. This is just a first introduction, kind of covering a bunch of things. We'll probably go into more detail about certain topics. Also have some interviews on here in the future with some people with their opinions and stuff like that. So thanks for listening. If you're listening, subscribe as much as you can. Get other people to subscribe if you like this stuff. Also, give us good reviews. If you do give us a 5-star reviews, I believe it jumps us up on the YouTube so we can get more subscribers and get this thing rolling. We need to start a GoFundMe for Aaron here to get a microphone.
My wallet is coughing up dust.
That's how I feel about it. So maybe we'll do something like that in the future if we get this ball rolling on this whole thing. Or maybe he'll just buy one. We'll see.
We will see.
But yeah, this concludes our first podcast. Thanks for listening. It's Reality Check.